Download the free Amazon app by CashCowPro today. Check your sales and profits on the go. Want to find highly profitable Amazon products? You need the top 100,000 Amazon niche selector. Yes, that's right. 100,000 of the best low competition niches on Amazon. Join the Amazon Gold Rush. Sign up at CashCowPro.com now.
Hey everyone, in this episode we're going to look at the top 7 pros and cons of shipping goods via air or sea. Now, tip 1 is speed. Sending goods as air freight is usually a lot faster than sending them by a boat. For example, a shipment that takes 7 days by air could really take 30 days or more by sea. Customs handling and delivery takes up most of the 7 days for air freight, while the flight itself might be 24 hours or less. If you need products in a hurry, air freight is definitely the way to go and the quicker option. Tip number 2 is cost. For small shipments or very light products, air freight is probably cheaper. For shipments of more than 50 kilograms, sea freight is usually the better value. A 20,000 kilogram shipment by air might cost you $100,000, but this could also fit into one 40-foot container, which might only cost $5,000 to go by sea. And for large or heavy shipments, air freight is very expensive, and sea freight is a much cheaper option. Tip 3 is size. On an airplane, the space and the weight capacity for freight is extremely limited. While large container ships can carry about 3,000 or more containers in a single trip, air freight costs are calculated by size and weight, and the larger of the two is used. A single 40-foot sea freight container can hold over 2,000 cubic feet and 60,000 pounds of weight. Now, the price is usually fixed for a container, regardless of the size or the weight of the goods inside of it. So, if you need to send large or oversized items, it's more economical to send them by sea. Moving on to weight, that's tip number 4. Sea freight containers have a maximum weight limit, but even a small, say, 20-foot container can hold almost 50,000 pounds. If the container costs $5,000 to send, the cost is less than 10 cents a pound. Air freight, however, is based on volumetric weight and charged by the pound. So if the rate is $3 a pound, that same 50,000 pounds could cost you up to $150,000. Sending heavy goods as sea freight gets you more bang for your buck. Tip 5 is availability. If you need to send goods urgently, then air freight is the most sensible option. Sea shipments leave less frequently and can take really weeks or more to reach their destination. There can also be delays while the vessel gets loaded, and the longer it takes to get your goods, the longer your cash is tied up in inventory. So even though sea freight could be cheaper, you need more capital to be able to ship goods by sea. Tip 6. Consider which is better. If you have light, high-value, smaller items, shipping them by air makes more sense. But for larger and more bulky items, shipping them by sea will dramatically reduce the cost. In a perfect world, it might be reasonable to send 10% of your order by air if it's urgent, and really the remainder of it by sea. Now, that gives you the ability to get products to customers who need them quickly, but it doesn't cost you a fortune. Tip number 7, finding an agent. Get multiple quotes for both sea and air freight. Use Google to search for a freight forwarder in your nearest major city and compare 2 or 3 different forwarders and choose the one that meets your budget, has a professional, courteous, and responsive attitude. You should also ask for your factory to quote for both sea and air freight.
Download the free Amazon app by CashCowPro today. Check your sales and profits on the go. Want to find highly profitable Amazon products? You need the top 100,000 Amazon niche selector. Yes, that's right. 100,000 of the best low competition niches on Amazon. Join the Amazon Gold Rush. Sign up at CashCowPro.com now.